That is my rod. So that was what we call a 7A grade boulder problem. Yeah, boulder sequence. And as you can see, I started under there. So it's pretty overhanging, right? Pretty overhanging, like at least a 45-degree angle, and definitely not easy. If you look at the handholds, from here, it's already pretty slopey. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, and the one that I'm what we call dynoing for is this, which you can see from the angle of my hand. That's all I got. And then there's this one, right, which is tiny, just like this. And then I'm dynoing for this one, which is again pretty bad. All I got is a slight edge there, but really it's just that. And this is probably even worse, right, which is here. This is like just pure friction, nothing to really bite into with the fingers. Now these two are a bit decent, and that's to top out. This is pretty small. That's all you got. And you know, what's the takeaway here, right? Like, why this video, super important video, because, and you know, in life we got all these metaphors, right? We got all sorts of metaphors all around us. That usually the same principles apply. Doesn't matter if it's success in business, success in your relationship, success on a boulder problem with rock climbing, success in freediving, success in you know, whatever sport you play, success in you know, creating and launching your product, you know, putting your service or offer out there, right, in the market and getting people to buy it. That kind of success. It really doesn't matter what kind of success you're talking about. But the key principles remain the same. The keys to success remain the same. And the foundational keys to success are really, you know, you got to be clear about what you want, right? Be clear about what you want. Now, I wanted this. Then that's not enough, because sometimes knowing what you want is alone not enough, because what comes after that, you got to take action, right? But do you know how many times I've failed on this? Tens of times. I don't know if it's 100 times or more, but it's definitely tens of times, more like 40 times, 50 times. When I started, I could not even hold that hold, the starting hold. And then I could hold it and kind of lift my body up a little bit. Then there's no way I could, you know, dyno, right? Make that dynamic move and stick this small hole, this slopey hole, sloper, right? I couldn't do that. And so what I did was I took intelligent action. I said, okay, let's skip that spot and I'll do the top out. So I could hold this one barely, stick my foot in there, and then launch for the top, and I could do that. So I worked on that and I got super comfortable with it, right? That was my ingredient to success. That was my recipe. Working on the parts that seemed a bit easier, and I did it over and over again. Then when I felt strong enough, all round, and by the way, I'm going to the gym, I'm doing all sorts of other workouts to build a whole body conditioning so that my core is strong enough to lift me off the ground and keep my body at that 45-degree angle without coming off, right? Then I started working on this. And this one move, going from there to there, that's where I kept falling off, not even getting it, falling. And some days going home frustrated, right? A lot of days going home frustrated. And my mind saying like, when am I even going to get there? Am I ever going to get this? Am I even going to succeed? Or maybe I'm too old. I'm fucking 45 years old, The friend I climb with, he's 26. He could do it. So my mind's playing tricks on me, but I got to shut those fucking voices up and keep taking intelligent action, right? So you got to know what you want, and you got to take intelligent action, right? Not just do this, but all the other workouts I'm doing, the yoga, the meditation, all sorts, the high intensity workouts, the cardio, all those intelligent action pieces led up to the success of this eventually, right? And now here's the thing: between knowing what you want and taking intelligent action, and then getting what you want, succeeding, getting your goal, lies one major piece that a lot of people miss, and which is why they give up, right? Or they're not persistent enough. They're not determined and persistent enough. They might be determined, but they don't consistently take action. And you know what that missing piece is that most people don't have? Purpose. A strong enough why, a strong enough purpose. Now, if my purpose for this was weak, I would find no reason to put myself through this. I mean, look at that, right? That got torn on this first move, right? And also the sharp top. So not just the painful, right, mind games that your mind plays with you, and the frustration, that emotional, like some days you feel like shit because you fail and you fail and you fail and you fail. But you know what failure is? Failure is when you don't try again, right? As long as you keep trying, as long as you keep getting on it and doing it and doing it and doing it, then that's not failure. That's learning. That's mastery. That's progress. Even if you progress a little bit every day. And if you don't have a strong enough why, a purpose, you're going to stop. Because it is going to be hard. It is going to be hard. It is going to, many points in your process towards creating a success in whatever area of life you want, whether it's career, business, finance, whatever, they're going to be numerous times. They're going to be hundreds of times, tens of times, where you go out and you take that action and you fall flat in your face. You make that phone call, or you see that prospect and you get a no, a solid no, and you might get 100 no's. You might get 1,000 no's. You might get 1,000 slaps in the face. And if your why is not strong enough, you're not going to keep going. My why is strong enough. That's why I've kept coming back to this. Because this means a lot more than just doing a boulder problem. I don't know if you already guessed that. This is not just a boulder problem to me. This symbolizes a lot of other things, and that's my why. That's my why. Because this symbolizes me being, no matter what age, it's a statement I'm making to myself saying, no matter what age, I give a fuck what age I am, I'm going to keep going. And that is then fuel, right? That's the purpose for other things that I'm going to do. Because if I do this, what else can I do? Right? So working on this, developing this, my why is about developing the mindset, believe it or not. Yes, I'm getting stronger physically, but my why for this is to make me strong mentally and emotionally, so that I bust through whatever limits in other areas, right? Other things and other projects and other goals I'm working on. Does that make sense? So, you know what? The shit that you're working on is going to be hard. Maybe this hard, maybe harder than this. But now you know what it's going to take. So something I always tell my coaching clients, when they say, oh, I want this, I want X, Y, Z. I was like, well, how badly do you want it? Oh, I want it. On a scale of 0 to 10, how badly do you want it? Oh, 8 or 9 or 10. Great. And how willing are you to take action towards it? Oh, okay, like 8 or 9. How willing are you to do whatever it takes to even give up things that you currently like doing, but giving up those things? That's what I mean by willing to do whatever it takes. How willing are you to do that? And when I frame the question that way, how willing are you to give up your TV show? How willing are you to say no to your friends? How willing are you to not go hang out or watch movies or do this or, whatever sacrifices you have to make? How willing are you to give up those things? And what are you willing to give up? And when I ask them that question, a lot of them second guess themselves. And then they usually the answer goes maybe 5 or 6 out of 10. So you're willing to give up. You're willing to do whatever it takes only at level 5. But what you want is so fucking hard, right? Do you think you're going to get there? No. So that's where your purpose comes in. And if you're not answering, I'm willing to give up things I like and I love in order to get what I want, if you're not willing to answer 8, 9, or 10 or above, you're definitely going to give up along the way because it's going to be really hard. It's just the truth. It's just a fact. All right, so this is a bit of a lengthy video, but this is a very, very applicable metaphor and a main challenge that comes up with a lot of people because so many people want the big goal, right? But they struggle with their why. They struggle with not having enough drive, enough persistence. They struggle with taking massive intelligent action, right? They take action, but maybe not intelligent action. And also the third thing they struggle with is actually, it's never an issue of time. I've been doing 8,000 hours of coaching by now. And when I do a time audit on people, and I I walk through that day with them, everyone has an hour or two per day to work on their goals. So it's never a question of not enough time. It's a question of how willing you are to give up. How willing are you to give up, right? All those other things that you're using time for. That's what people struggle with. And that ties back to their why, that purpose not being strong enough. So they say they want what they want, but they don't really know why they want it, and that why isn't strong enough. All right? I hope this has been tremendously valuable for you. Look, reach out if you need help with your goals. This is what I do day in, day out. Like I said, 8,000 plus hours doing this. I've seen it pretty much all. Success leaves clues. Patterns of success tend to repeat themselves, and so do patterns of failure. You may find that you know one or two pieces that are holding you back, but maybe you don't know the unconscious, subconscious patterns that are holding you back. Patterns of behavior, patterns of belief in your mind, right? Patterns of language that are holding you back. And that needs to shift before you can take massive intelligent action. That needs to shift before you achieve your goals. So if you need help, reach out, right? Comment, post your distinctions, PM me if you want. Sometimes you'd rather PM me too. If you need coaching, I'm here for you, right? Let's have a chat. But what you want, if you want it bad enough, you got to do whatever it takes. Plain and simple. All right, this is Mahendra Raj once again. Thank you for watching this coaching insight video. Go create and live the life of dreams. I wish you all the best in all your endeavors, all your goals and dreams.